Hello YouTubers and fellow hams. Well, I'm going to be making a modification to my Chameleon P-Loop portable magnetic loop tuning box today. Now a quick disclaimer, okay? I am doing this for myself based on my needs, and I'm going to void the warranty. I've already done so actually. Just opening the box, I think, will void your warranty with Chameleon. Now the modifications I'm going to make would certainly void the warranty, and I'm doing it for myself, but I am not telling you to do so. If you choose to modify your product, you do so at your own discretion. You will take the responsibility for voiding your warranty, and if you screw it up, it's on you. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just showing you what I'm doing for myself for educational purposes and to explain some of the details that I've uncovered about the design of the product. So that said, and out of the way, let's get right to it. Okay. Magnetic loops, well, we'll talk about that in a second. First off, let's take a look inside the box, and I'll show you what I discovered and why I'm going to make a little change. Alright, I have opened up the Chameleon tuning box for the P-Loop. It's Chameleon antennas box. And this is what I noticed when I first opened it up during my review video. If we look here, where they are connecting the capacitor to the SO239 connector, we see a single wire going to the center conductor only of the SO239. There is no connection at all to the shield side of the coax. Magnetic loops. Let's talk real quick about the resistance in the outer conductor. The outer part of the loop, the big section, one critical factor is the DC resistance. It's why many loop builders use copper pipe or oversized conductors or something. They want to get the lowest DC resistance in that outer loop, and the reason for that is efficiency. For various reasons, the slightest fractional part of an ohm of resistance around that outer conductor will affect the radiation resistance of the loop, the efficiency of the loop. So you want it as low as possible. Now in these coaxial loops, they're made using coax for convenience, for portability, because obviously you can coil up the coax to make it portable and then uncoil it, hook it up to when you want to operate with your loop. But coax, well, there's a center conductor and there's a braid. And even on the thicker, heavier coax, there's still probably a little bit more DC resistance there versus, say, using half-inch copper pipe or 1-inch copper pipe for that outer loop. So already they're going to be a little less efficient than a loop built with the copper pipe. But one thing that you can do is you can combine the conductors. You can combine the shield and the center conductor together to reduce that resistance a little bit more, to provide you with more conducting material in that outer loop. Now, the way that as we saw with the Chameleon box, only the center conductor is connected at the SO239. Well, how is it that they are combining the shield and the center conductor then? They're doing it in the connector. Okay, this is the coax that Chameleon provided for their portable loop. It's kind of hard to read the labeling on the side of it here. braid, 50 ohm, low loss coaxial cable, made in USA, but I don't see an identifier as far as what type it is. It's nice and heavy and thick, though, I'll tell you that. Anyway, I've got my meter here, and it's in continuity mode, so we should hear a tone. So we can measure the continuity, shield to shield, center to center, and guess what? If we go shield to center, shield to center, it's shorted. So obviously what Chameleon did is they have specially manufactured coax, where somehow in the ends they have shorted the shield to the center. So when this is hooked up, even though the tuning box is only connected to the center, we are getting both the shield and center all the way around the coax. They did it in the coax, not in the box. This is why I'm going to modify the box. What if I want to use the box with my own experiments and my own coax? You know, if I make custom shaped loops or something. I would only get the center if I use the box as it's provided. So I'm going to modify this. I am going to get some ground lugs to put on here to connect to the shield side of the connector, and I'm going to join those to the center in the box. So any old coax would then work with this tuning box for making custom magnetic loop experiments. That's what I'm doing. So I'm going to go dig up some ground lugs, put them right under the nuts here, and take another piece of wire and just create a second bridge from the shield right to the capacitor. I could just short it right here at the connector, but they've only got the one copper wire here that looks like it's number 10 maybe, 10 gauge. I might as well just add another piece of wire right to the capacitor too and improve the connection here as well. Just a little less resistance. You know, every little bit helps. And I'll do that on this side, and it'll be a little bit tight, but I'll get in here and I'll do it on this side as well, so that both of these connections will have both the center and the shield connected to the capacitor. And I'll show you the result as soon as I get it done. Time to get the soldering iron out. That didn't take long to do. Now here's the result. As you can see, I've got a ground lug here on the nut, and I've got another wire right down there to the same connection point on the capacitor. So now both the center and shield are connected on this side, and on that side. A little trickier to see here, it's a shorter connection, but from the ground lug right here, straight across, it was real close. I only needed a short stub of wire to make that connection there. So on this side, both the shield and center are connected. So now my Chameleon box will work with any old coax. Ta-da! There we go. Modified. So now that I've modified that Chameleon box, I can use it with any old coax jumper that I have. That makes it far more flexible for me for experimentation. I want to do some experiments with different shaped loops. I have an idea to squash a loop down the entire thing and make it more of a dipole, folded dipole in shape, but magnetically coupled, you know. I want to try things like that and play around with it. So this makes that box far more flexible for me. I don't have to have special coax with shorted ends. I can use any old coaxial jumper that I have. So that's why I made this modification. I hope you found that informative and interesting. And, you know, in the future you'll see me using the Chameleon box and some magnetic loop experiments. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're not already a subscriber, click to subscribe. Join us on the Facebook channel for discussion about the videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please click to support me on my Patreon page.